So you have some extra money. Should you pay off your car faster, or should you instead save that money because you could earn a rate of return on it? Which is better? That's what we're going to go over. I'm going to walk you through a scenario. First, let me say, if you're asking that question, then you're asking the right questions. I've done videos on this before where we talk about opportunity cost. You want to make sure you're using, whether it's a method to pay down debt or a method of saving or investing, you want to make sure that you're picking the method that's best for you. So I'm going to walk you through an example, and I do these in such a fashion so that I hope you watch them so you can just take it in, watch it, understand it, and then if you want to go back and pause it and write everything down and use your numbers, then you can see how this would work or play out for you. Thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I have lots of videos helping you get out of debt and create passive income and maintaining your income in these crazy inflation days. And also, I always appreciate comments, even if it's just a thank you, or I liked what you did, or I didn't like what you did, or you're dumb looking and you're bald. Whatever you want to say, you can put it down there. So I'm going to walk through particularly car loan versus saving money. And I'm going to show you how to analyze the two, because there are many variables that you could change in this analysis, which would greatly change the outcome. And I'm actually going to show you the opposite outcome after I'm done. So here we go. Car loan early payoff versus saving your money. Forget all the numbers here, just follow me as I walk you through. In this box, I'm just assuming something very simple, and down below in the description, I'm going to put links to multiple calculators so you can easily calculate what I did as well. I'm assuming a $25,000 car is what you owe. I'm not including, the sales tax and all those things. I'm assuming all of that's rolled up in your loan when you walked out the door and you got the car was $25,000. It's 60 months or 5 years at 8%. Okay. In that case, your payment would be $506 a month, and the total interest by the time you're done paying would be $5,414.59. So this is what we're trying to avoid. We want to lower that as much as possible. Forget this for the moment. So the idea here is, well, do I want to pay this off early, or do I want to just save my money? So this top, above the red line, we're going to talk about paying the car off faster and what that gets you. Bottom line, a simple analysis of investing your money at a safe interest rate. And what would that get you? Then compare the two. I've got two columns here because I wanted to just have two scenarios. That's fantastic. You pay down, and you have an extra $100 a month, let's say, or you have an extra $200 a month. So let's just look at the car. If you were to apply another $100 a month, your payment's $506. So in other words, you would send in $606. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll know that when you pay an amount over your payment, it goes directly to the principal of the loan. No interest, so it pays down your loan faster. So in this case, you'd be sending in $606, and with $200, you'd be sending in $706. Well, what does the extra $100 a month do for you? Well, instead of a 60 months of making your payments, you would make them, you would pay it off in 49 months. You'd save 11 months. This is important because it comes out in the calculations. If you sent in $200 a month, you're going to pay it off obviously faster. It's going to be in 41 months. Okay, you with me? Now, what does that mean? It means you would have paid an extra amount. 49 months, $100 a month, that's $4,900. This is just something I'm using because I'm going to show you to make sure we're doing apples to apples. I like to always double check myself. Over here, you paid $200 a month, $200 a month extra. It was a total of 41 months. Multiply 200 by 41. You sent in an extra $8,200. What did these do for you? Well, since you paid it off in 49 months with extra money, you would save in interest $1,089.30. That's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to either save money or we're trying to gain money in interest. So you save $1,089. Okay, scenario one. Scenario two, extra $200 a month, you're going to save in interest $1,807. Now, as you can see, this makes sense. You're saving more in interest because you're making a larger payment going to principal. Okay, that matches. Great. Now we know $100, we save $1,089. $200, we save $1,800. Another way to say it is you made $1,000 $2,000 or you made $1,800. Okay, now let's look at the alternative. You got your $100 and you say, nope, not putting it towards the car. I'm going to invest it. Again, there'll be links below for the calculators. And in this case, you're going to pick an interest rate. What rate of return do you think you're going to get? And then you want to pick a tax rate because you'll be taxed on the interest. Now, there are many different things you can invest in. You might invest in stocks. They might have dividends. And in that case, if the stock goes up, you're going to gain the appreciation of the stock and you're going to gain the interest. I was just picking because this is June of 2024. I believe CDs and treasuries are around 5%, short-term ones. So you can get pretty safe. That means that you're going to put in an amount of money and you're going to get that rate of return. You're going to get your money and this back. No problem. If you bought stocks, they could actually go down. They could go up. We're just going to say you're getting 5% and you're in the 22% tax bracket. I'm going to have a video showing how this is the marginal tax rate, how you compute that. But I'll have a link below to do that as well. But let's just assume 22%. That's probably a marginal tax rate for anyone making around up to about $80,000 or $90,000. Okay, so you're saving $100 a month. You're having an interest rate of 5%, and you're getting taxed on it. You're going to do it for, in this example, you pay it off in 49 months. So we're going to say that you invested the 100 for 49 months. So if you invest 100 for 49 months, you've invested, it said save there, you've invested $4,900. Okay, does that match? Yes. Because we said in this case, for 49 months you pay an extra 100, 4,900. The opposite is you save 100 for 49 months, 4,900. Great. We're talking about the same amount of money. We either applied 4,900 to the car, or we put 4,900 in an account. And this is assuming that this 100, you start off with an account at $0. And each month you put in 100, 100, 100. I didn't just drop 4,900 in because obviously you're paying it, you're adding 100 every month just like you would subtract 100 every month. What does that mean? In interest, you will make $409.84. Now, same scenario, $200. In this case, it took 41 months. So we're going to say we put $200 a month into a bank account or a CD. I should say a CD or a treasury, not a bank account. Bank account's not going to give you 5%, but CD or treasury. At 5%, you've got your tax rate, 41 months. You're going to invest a total of $8,200. Just like up here, you put $8,200 in the car. In this case, you're going to save $1,800. And in this case, you're going to make $571. So let's just compare. With the extra $100, you're going to save $1,100, let's say, which is the same as making $1,100, or you're going to make $400. So in this case, it's better to take your $100 and put it into this car each month to pay it off faster than it would be to put it into the bank. Because $1,000 or $1,100 is more than $400. In this case, you saved $1,800 in interest. If you had put it in the bank, you'd have $571. So in this case, it would be obviously better to take your $200 and apply it to the car rather than putting it into the bank. Okay. The numbers that matter is that in this scenario, we were using a car loan at an 8% rate. We're using an interest rate of 5% with a 22% marginal tax rate. The 22% is probably going to stay the same, but these two can change. What if you can go get a new car, and that's what you got, and they had a 3% rate? What if, instead of 5%, you figured out how to get 10%? Okay, I just really quickly did that math. 3% car, $100 will save you $379.18. Obviously, you're not saving as much because the interest rate is 3%, not 8%. So at an 8% rate, you're paying more in interest, so you saved a lot more. 3%, you're paying less in interest, so you save less, $379. If it was $200, it would be $633 you would save. But at a 10% investment rate, instead of $409, you would make $582. And instead of $571, you would make $1165. So in this case, applying the 100 to the car, $379, investing it, $582. In this case, you're going to want to invest it. And in this case, same thing. Applying to the car was $633, investing was $1165. In this case, it's better to invest it. That is why I wanted to show you how much interest rates and investment rates can change your decision. So I want you to look at this, write it down, put in your numbers. I've got the calculators below because this is an 8% car versus 3, 5% versus 10%, and you can see the numbers can vary greatly. But in this case here, you're going to want to put the money into the car as opposed to investing. And in this case, you're going to want to invest as opposed to the car. So thank you for watching. Please do comment if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I hope I pointed out that these methods can vary greatly, or at least the outcomes can vary greatly, depending upon the variables you put in.